Occult Corner. I'm Acheron.
And I'm Inferna.
And we got a boogie creature thingy that's hiding in the shadows, and she's not happy, and she's kind of mentally ill.
Yes. We are talking about Lights Out. Obviously Blu-ray, as you can see. I liked this movie, but I expected to like it more than I did.
Yeah. We thought this would be the best one we were going to see the night we were watching him.
Yeah. But anyway, so what it's about is there's this family, and there's an older daughter who has a different father than the younger son, and then the mother.
And they run a dwarf sex shop. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. That's the wrong movie. Sorry.
Dwarf sex shop. Wow. But the oldest daughter's father disappeared one day. And when you first come into the movie, the son's dad gets brutally murdered.
Yeah. By
this entity that when the lights are off, you can see her. And when the lights are on, you can't.
She's gone.
She's disappeared.
She's never there.
Yes. But she also is a bit powerful, and she was able to turn the lights off and get him where he was in the dark, and she just tore him apart, basically. So now it's the son and the mom and the mother.
She embraces this entity because she was friends with it.
Yes, she had been friends with the girl who became the entity
together
in life.
Yeah.
And the mother has mental issues. The mother is mentally unstable.
Right.
And supposed to be on her medication, which she hasn't been taking.
Yeah.
And so the mother basically invites this entity in. And this entity terrifies the son. The daughter finds out about it. She learns about, through, whole stuff. She starts studying. I don't want to get into too much detail and give the whole thing away. But, she studies who the entity was and where this came from. And the entity scares the crap out of her, too.
Yeah.
But the mom's like, no, she's my friend. Because, mom has issues.
Yeah.
And they're like, but mom, she's freaking scary as hell. And she's killing people and stuff. And, oh no, that can't possibly be my friend. Yeah. So eventually there's the showdown with, the kids and the entity and whatnot. And the mom finally, comes to kind of the right mind in a sense. I mean, in her own kind of way.
You can tell she's troubled. She takes medication. She's got some issues.
She's supposed to take medication.
Yeah, but she doesn't sometimes.
Yeah.
And she needs to because she gets all weird and kind of emotional and everything.
Well, and she had met this entity when she was alive, when they were young children, and they met in a mental institution to begin with.
Yeah.
So
and the entity, or the girl at the time, she had a rare skin condition.
Yeah, she had a rare skin condition where she had to stay out of the light because the sun burned her. It was a very ultra high sensitivity to sun.
Ultimately, she got really burned.
Yeah, but not from the sun.
Yeah.
Person.
And kind of.
It was a treatment that went wrong, and that's what killed her and gave her a lot of anger. And
did you kind of feel though that while watching this that the woman's will kind of brought the entity
I
into
do, and they hinted at that as well, that it was if she had been taking her medication and not thinking about this entity and thinking about the girl, it would not have manifested.
Right. Yeah.
But she was dwelling on it and thinking about her friend and missed her friend, and she wasn't taking her medicine, and it gave this entity power to manifest itself into being.
Yeah. And
it was filled with rage and anger, and it wanted its friend all to itself without having to share it with her husbands and without having to share it with her children. And that's where the problem was.
And it ultimately leads to the final conclusion of, So, yeah. What did you like about this movie?
I did like the dark, creepy feel of it. I did like how...
I like the concept of, how they
the
thought of the way to bring the entity.
being afraid of the dark and...
Because as, people are, so it's, it's kind of natural in a way.
Yeah. And this was a reason to be because,
There's actually somebody in the dark,
Yes. And the light did render her powerless.
Talk about insomnia.
But I liked that. I liked the dark feel of it.
Yeah.
I also, because you know how I'm a sucker for backstories, I do like how they did the backstory of who the heck this entity was and how she came to be and so on and so forth, because I really like backstories, especially in my ghost stories. I want to hear the history of, what made them the way they are and so on and so forth. So I really liked that. Like I said earlier, I expected, honestly, though, to like this more than I did.
So what disappointed you about it?
I can't really put my finger on it per se, but I think I expected it to be a bit scarier in a sense, a bit more frightening. I mean, like I said, it was dark, but I expected more from
there's some,
from the hype and from what we heard about.
There's some decent jump scares in this, though.
Yeah, there is. There's a few decent ones, but I don't know. I was just expecting it to be more.
Yeah.
Because well, you're gonna see we did a review of The Shallows. And we watched that the same day, and I honestly was expecting Lights Out to be the one that I liked more, and I liked The Shallows more, and it was like the complete opposite of what I was expecting.
Right. But it's got some good elements in
It
this.
does. It does. It's by no means a bad movie. It's a good movie.
And the entity is kind of creepy in this.
Yes, she is, and she's just
especially when you don't see her so much and you just see her eyes in the dark or something.
And just the shadow figure.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they eventually do show her in her full form. But mostly she's shadowy and she has reflective eyes because sort of like cat eyes.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely an interesting film, and if you kind of like entity type movies, haunting house film or a haunting in the house type of film or whatever, you might check this out. Yeah.
So what would you give this?
I'm gonna give this 7 out of 10.
7?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna agree.
Okay, 7. Yeah, 7. So we say 7.
Yeah.
So check it out if you like these types of film. Pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah. So thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you next time, and hail the horror.
Hail horror.